Mayor Leffingwell, council members, citizens of Austin, I am Carl Smart, Director of the Code Compliance Department. It is my pleasure to present the proposed FY 2014 budget for the department. We have made great efforts to increase our effectiveness and visibility within the community. An example of our outreach may be seen on this slide with some of the CAP Metro buses. These are just a few of the men and women of code compliance who are working for you, working with you and your neighborhoods to make Austin a cleaner, healthier, and safer community. The department has stayed true to its mission by striving to provide quality education and enforcement of Austin's codes and ordinances. During the year, we've had several major accomplishments, including handling several apartment complex structural failures, which also resulted in the drafting of an emergency tenant relocation plan, including the enhancement of the solid waste haulers licensing program and the implementation of the new short-term rental registration program. On the lower side is a listing, slide is a listing of the operations and services provided by code compliance, including housing and property maintenance, nuisance abatements, dangerous structures, zoning enforcement, and others. And on the lower right, there are some of the key benchmarks or performance data. We are striving to reduce the average response time to all complaints to 2 working days. We have had a high goal set for community outreach. The total number of cases inspected remains at a very high level, nearly 17,000 projected for this year. And the average caseload remains twice as high as the benchmark of 260 cases per neighborhood inspector. These benchmarks help to challenge us and to guide us toward the vision of becoming the premier code agency in the most livable and the best managed city in the nation. The sources and uses of funds are depicted here in slide 3. As you can see on the graph on the left, the Clean Community Fee is our major source of funding. It is projected to account for 90% of our revenues in FY 2014. The increase of $3.4 million is reflective of not only the proposed rate increase of 70 cents, but also an increase in the customer base. The remaining 10% of revenues primarily come from fee-based inspection programs, including solid waste haulers licensing, building safety, which is hotels, motels, and rooming houses, and the mobile home parks program. Also included in the 10% are the short-term rentals and other sources, including billboard licenses, collection of civil penalties, and payments for lot clearing, boarding up, and cleaning services. Expenditures are depicted in the bar graph on the right. During FY 2013, the department underwent a reorganization that allows for a more effective and efficient use of our resources. As a result, FTEs were reallocated within the budget units to provide for a better alignment of cost areas. In addition, 7 existing FTEs will be reallocated from Austin Resource Recovery to Code Compliance. This reallocation will complete a transition of code compliance to a standalone enterprise department. So the increase in expenditures associated with support services reflect both the major realignment of personnel and the projected increase of FTEs in the proposed FY 2014 budget. Our revenue highlights include a proposed fee increase in the Clean Community Fee of 70 cents in FY 2014, with possible smaller increases in FY 2015 and 16. The 70-cent increase is necessary to cover the cost of growth and annexation, reallocation of resources from Austin Resource Recovery, the new billing support costs for code compliance, and operating cost increases for FY 2014, including the 19 new positions. More details are provided for these costs in the next slide. The budget highlights presented here are major cost drivers in Code Compliance's proposed FY 2014 budget. You'll see there's 19 new FTE positions along with equipment and supplies. The 7 positions being reallocated from Austin Resource Recovery. $0.4 million in IT improvements, including Amanda integration and the addition of business intelligence program and online payment systems. Additionally, we are adding 21 vehicles, 7 of which will be replacement vehicles and 14 will be assigned to new positions in FY14. In the Code Compliance Fund summary, we're projecting the department will end FY 2013 with the $1.2 million savings. The savings will be used to offset a proposed increase in the budget operational costs, thereby reducing the anticipated increase in the clean community fee. During our financial forecast presentation, Code Compliance projected a fee increase of 85 cents. However, this year's savings has allowed us to reduce that request by 15 cents, bringing Code Compliance's projected fund balance to zero by the end of FY 2014, while still increasing the resources in the department to provide for better services to the citizens of Austin. At Code Compliance, we are proud of our performance and efforts during this fiscal year, but we know we must continuously improve. The budget will allow for improvement in several areas. It will allow us to enhance the Neighborhood Code Officer program. This program will make sure that each neighborhood has an assigned code officer, similar to the district rep program from APD. Some officers will still have large areas with multiple neighborhoods, but the areas and number of neighborhoods will be reduced as more officers are added to the department. It would also allow us to move from a reactive enforcement strategy to a more proactive approach to better identify problems before they reach the critical stage. It will allow us to expand the education and outreach to better educate property owners, property managers, and tenants on how to maintain their property in compliance with codes and avoid code violations. It will allow us to add to our commercial investigations unit and inspect more of these properties to help ensure the safety of the public and the people who work in these structures. Depending on council action, we could expand the short-term rental registration program to include a new category, Type 3, allowing multifamily properties to participate in the program. And it will allow us to continue implementation of the administrative hearing process, which will augment the municipal court system. Thank you for the opportunity to present Code Compliance's proposed FY 2014 budget. Please let us know if you have any questions or if you'd like any additional information. Thank you much.